In the year 1609, a man lifted a small telescope to the sky. What he saw would shake the world and put his life in danger. His name was Galileo Galilei. Galileo was an Italian scientist living during the Renaissance. At that time, most people believed the Earth stood still at the center of the universe. This idea was supported by powerful scholars and by the Church. But one older idea, proposed by Nicolaus Copernicus, said something different. He claimed the Earth moved around the Sun. Few believed him. Galileo decided to look for proof. Galileo did not invent the telescope, but he improved it. He made it powerful enough to study the sky in detail. One night he pointed it at the moon. What he saw shocked him. The moon was not smooth and perfect. It had mountains, it had craters. It looked like Earth. If the moon was not perfect, maybe the heavens were not perfect either. Then he looked at Jupiter, and he noticed something strange. 4 tiny stars were lined up beside the planet. But the next night, they had moved. Galileo realized these were not stars. They were moons orbiting Jupiter. Today we call them the Galilean moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. This was powerful evidence. Not everything in the universe revolved around Earth. Then came another discovery. When Galileo observed Venus, he saw it change phases like our moon. This only made sense if Venus was orbiting the Sun. And if Venus orbited the Sun, maybe Earth did too. The old Earth-centered model began to fall apart. In 1632, Galileo published a book explaining both models, but clearly supporting the Sun-centered system. The book caused anger. The Church believed Scripture supported an unmoving Earth. Galileo was ordered to come to Rome. He was 68 years old, and he was going on trial. In 1633, Galileo stood before the Roman Inquisition. He was accused of going against church teachings. Under pressure and fearing severe punishment, Galileo was forced to publicly deny that Earth moves around the Sun. Legend says he whispered after his statement, "And yet it moves." But historians are not sure he actually said those words. What is certain, he was found guilty. Galileo was not executed. Instead, he was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. Even then, he continued to study motion and physics. He never stopped thinking. He never stopped observing. Today, we know Galileo was right. Earth moves around the Sun. Jupiter has many moons. And science moves forward by asking questions. In 1992, the Catholic Church formally acknowledged errors in the case against Galileo. His ideas survived. Galileo once wrote, "I have never met a man so ignorant that I could not learn something from him." He taught us something powerful. Look for yourself. Question gently. Follow the evidence, because sometimes seeing the truth changes everything. If you enjoy real stories that change science forever, subscribe and explore the universe with us.